Hello guys, this is Terry from Genki Gaming TV coming back to you with another episode or another Yokai Watch ShadowSide review. This is for episode 11. Before we dive in, I want to thank Lucas Dimond for the music in the background. I'll link to his channel, it's down below in the description. And let's dive into episode 11. Which is basically a really interesting episode. It gives us some connecting information. It's essentially a connecting background situation for us, because we get to have a bit more time with Jibanyan than what we've had the entire season thus far, at least for ShadowSide for a majority of things right now. We got to experience a little bit of the aftermath of him initially being hit by the truck, kind of. But in this situation, he's actually saving a Josei Kosei, or a high school girl, from a truck driven by an inspirited Shinigami. And the girl's name is Miho, and that was Discord being Discordy. But that's besides the point. As the episode really progressed on, it was all about Jibanyan really protecting Miss Miho. And it basically showed the development of the connection between Miho and Jibanyan, which is rather nice. And the Shinigami guy was really powerful. And when I say really powerful, able to cast shadows, able to manipulate, like, I want to say the light of the guns that were created were actually spirit infused to a certain degree, but to a different depth, because even with Jibanyan attacking the Shinigame's little shadow creatures, they still respawned right after he smited them. The main Shinigami guy just was very persistent. He even talked to his boss multiple times throughout the episode, trying to confer that this Miho girl, this high school girl, was supposed to be the one that he's supposed to kill, or take to the afterlife, whatever you want to consider it. We didn't have any time with our original group. We got to see them as a little bit of a cameo. But this was merely just a huge flashback. If you think about this episode, it was essentially designed to retcon Jibanyan to a certain degree. But now we are actually getting into the meat and potatoes here. This is really a shorter style of video, because it was a flashback. There's not really much we can really say other than Jibanyan saved Miho, how he saved Emi-chan as normal, cute, lovable Jibanyan, aka the name cat Jibanyan mode. And we got to see Pulse of Fury multiple times. We got to see Jibanyan basically, ShadowSide Jibanyan acting more like the Jibanyan that we know and love, which is really a nice, sweet twist. But we're now in the dynamic situation of having ShadowSide Jibanyan, Lightside Jibanyan, and overly cute Jibanyan. How does this all work within this universe again? Because we have cute Jibanyan, we got Lightside Jibanyan, which are basically the same thing. You wanna know what? We'll just call the cute Jibanyan, or the original Jibanyan, Daylight Jibanyan. Then having a light side and a shadow side might make sense. But we basically get the whole situation with Emi-chan being retconned within the story, or Amy being fully retconned and actually getting a proper time scaling to this after we experience the really big fight that happens towards the end between Jibanyan and the Shinigamis, and Jibanyan putting Miho into that, I want to say that furnace duct or that air duct to a certain degree, but the Shinigami were able to get to her. But as the main Shinigami guy powers up his gun in order to take her out, Jibanyan, or ShadowSide Jibanyan, takes the shot, leaving a gigantic hole in his chest. And him falling to the floor, Miho running to him crying, which she should be, because she obviously loves or cares for Jibanyan and has a sense of familiarity with Jibanyan. So, technically moving forward from this, the Shinigami guy actually gets a call from his boss saying that Miho was supposed to be something like 132 or 133 years old, and that they've been targeting the wrong number due to a index error of them not being able to properly see which index number that they were supposed to target. Basically a trial and error situation where it was like 333 when it should have been 33, 33, 33, which instinctively caused a bunch of problems that get fixed later on. But we're gonna continue diving into this episode. We actually get to see Emi-chan, or Amy, as an adult, as Miho's mother. And the whole ageification process of this series is wonderful. You know exactly who she is when you see her. Or you have an idea because of the whole flashbacky thing. But even if you didn't have the flashbacky thing, you would have still had an idea of who she was. After just simply noticing that the hairstyle, the hair color, even the face is familiar to how her face used to be to a certain degree. The hair is a dead giveaway. So, they have their retcon bicycle ride moment where ShadowSide Jibanyan is in the basket and he and Amy/Emi-chan are riding down a hill. It's the most overly ridiculous scene, and I have to say it's adorable that it's that ridiculous and over the top. But let's dive a little bit more into it. The little red matter, like the stuff from the hole that the Shinigami shot through Jibanyan, became G-Tan! Yes, that is what happened. That red Tough of 4, that red yokai matter became G-Tan, or Junior. It's really interesting how they, quote-unquote, retconned the history of Jibanyan into creating a new yokai entirely, along with reintroducing the Shinigami to a certain degree. I'm pretty sure the Shinigami has existed before, or at least been referenced multiple times. And we're gonna top things off here with the Haruya scene. We're still on the search for Himetoma. Yes, I did just say that. Apparently people told me I need to say that. But yeah, he's still on the search for the Hime. And to his like right or left side, I don't remember which because I'm not looking at the screenshot I took, is an Inma level yokai. It's like a Fudo Myo or Mudo style yokai. But this guy looks a lot different than Fudo or Fudomyo, or however you want to pronounce it. I'm trying to find the exact reference picture here because I feel like it's a reprint. to a certain degree. And it's basically like a Fudo Mule slash recolor that's like a reddish tint, and his sword is a different design entirely to a degree than what Fudo Mule's is. And the introduction to this character, which is rather powerful, Haruya is summoning an army. Haruya wants to capture Toma, rip off the Yokai Watch, and open the gateway to his Hime, and a mysterious lady is gonna help him too. I have no idea who she is. I do not want to be on her bad side though. And we'll end the video with that. Toma may or may not be the gateway, or the Hime, or the something. Haruya may be crazier than what we think he is, aligning himself with an Inma, which I feel like is a really bad move to a certain degree, because you can't trust every yokai you see. Not even like Jibanyan style yokai. Yokai are mischievous and kind of shifty to a certain degree. Even the good ones have their times of being goofy or trying to play a trick on you, so it's best to watch who you befriend. And I have a feeling that Haruya may be biting or barking up the wrong tree to a certain degree. But we'll see you in the next one, and I want to thank you guys for all of your support. You're wonderful people, and I do appreciate all of the views, likes, comments. And like always, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, and or evening. Bye for now.